Hey everybody, welcome to Cooking with James. I'm your host James. Today, another simple and delicious cook. We will be doing a pork tenderloin with corn on the cob and potatoes, all in the Ninja Speedi, all at once. So a full meal. Very, very easy. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. Make sure to hit the bell for notifications so you're notified when my future videos come out. Let's get into the cook. Alright, so I just want to show you real quick what we are cooking. So today, the pork tenderloin. So it is a tenderloin, so what we got, it's actually 1.25 pounds, so 1.25 pounds. So, and you can actually fit multiple of these, the size of the tenderloin, like 2 or 3 of these in and make a bigger meal if you like. And then we got some corn on the cob, and then we've got 5 small to medium-sized potatoes. We have 1.5 cups of water, and then we're gonna have some seasoning as well. I'm gonna get this pork out, and we're gonna get everything prepped up. Okay, so first thing that we want to do is we want to cut up our potatoes. These are small potatoes, so if you have medium or large, cut them accordingly, but with small, I'm just going to quarter these. So these are all going to just be quarters. Larger potatoes obviously are going to turn out a lot more, but I'm just going to quarter these. And then as far as the corn on the cob, a lot of people, I'm just going to grab a piece right here. A lot of people like to, and actually, it's been trimmed here and cut here, but a lot of people like to, break them in half. I'm actually just going to leave them like this when we cook them. So do that, cut your potatoes, and then let's go ahead and season up the meat. Alright, so now it is time to season up our pork loin. Okay, so what I'm going to be using, and remember you can obviously use anything that you like, but I got some kinders here, some garlic and herb seasoning. So we're going to hit it with some of this, and this is good because it has a lot of nice chunky spices and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to get the sides. Oh, get in there, seasoning. So use some of that, and then on top of that, we're going to use a little bit of Cajun or Creole seasoning, Tony Chacherie. So any kind of Cajun seasoning will definitely work. I'm going to get some of that seasoning on top of there. Alright, so that seasoning is looking good. Now, I'm going to let this sit here for like 5-10 minutes, sweat a little bit, and I'm going to season the sides and the bottom and everything, and then we'll meet you at the Ninja. We'll get all this cooked up. Alright, so now we are at the Ninja Speedi. I got you from the top view here. And so we'll open it up, and then inside we have the roaster rack. Take that out. We will be using that, but take that out. And now we are going to add 1.5 cups of water in the bottom. Add your potatoes, and then add your corn on the cob here. Set them over on the side, however they fit, and you can fit a lot more. You can actually double this recipe and do 4 and twice as many potatoes, but that is that. Now, grab your roaster rack, take out the little eggs, because we're going to be putting this on the top shelf here, or up high. Perfect. Now, I want to grab our pork loin, and we're going to set it in here crossways. Now, you can fit multiple in here. If you wanted to, maybe put it to the side like this, you could fit 2 or maybe even 3 in there to cook. But for this, I'm just doing 1, and so we'll set it sideways like that, and then we're going to bring you down to the bottom. We're going to show you, I'm going to show you the settings that we're going to be using. Alright, so for the setting, we got our tenderloin in there. So we're going to close the top and turn the unit on. Now you want to be over on the rapid cook side. Oh, I'm sorry. So the rapid cook side, because we are going to be using down to the steam and bake function. Our temperature will be 350 degrees. We will set the time for 20 minutes here and hit start. Now, this will take 15 to 20 minutes to preheat, which is great because that starts cooking the potatoes and the corn and actually starts the cook with the pork as well. So after that time, it'll start counting down and then we'll take it to the next step. Okay, so we are counting down for 3, 2, 1 to the 10-minute mark. We set it for 20, and we're probably gonna get some steam. Yes, no steam into the camera lens, at least not yet. All right, so some of this steam. I don't know how close I can bring you guys in here because the steam is going to probably get in the lens, but that, yep, there it goes. That thing. Now you want to definitely use a thermometer and temp the internal temperature of the pork loin. And what you're looking for, done at 145, but you want to pull it right around 140 degrees. And we are at 139.5 degrees. That is perfect. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take this off and put it on a plate and let it sit for 10 minutes. I'll take that off now. Set it on a plate. And then I'm going to close the top here and give this about 5 minutes for the potatoes and the corn to finish. And we're going to be letting our tenderloin sit for 10 to 15 minutes, so that's perfect. And then we will take you to the next step. Okay, so it's been 5 additional minutes for the potatoes, corn on the cob, and I just don't want the steam to get over, of course. All right, so let's take this rack off, set it aside, take a look at our potatoes and our corn on the cob, which I know they are absolutely done. So we're going to take it to the next step, which is seasoning this stuff up. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. See you in a minute. All right, so we got our pork loin. It's only been out for about 5 minutes, about 6 or 7 minutes. It's resting, so we're going to do this in at least 5 minutes or so. Got our corn on the cob and our potatoes over here to the side, still steaming hot. So let's put this all together. Now what I like to do, I'm going to set this aside over here, is now I got a tub that I put about 3 tablespoons or so of butter in the microwave, just melted it. I'm going to grab my first cob and I'm just going to get the butter all over it. And then season. I'm actually going to use Creole. Now you can use or Cajun, whatever. You can use salt, pepper, whatever you like on your corn, and then just go ahead and season it up a little bit. I'm gonna set it on the plate over here. I'm gonna do corn cob number 2 real quick with all of this butter. Oh, season this up, and then can you guys guess what the rest of the butter is for? Yep, you guessed right. It's for the potatoes. Now dump the rest of your potatoes in there, get you something to stir it up with, and get the butter all over everything. And then from the seasoning that you're putting on to the corn is already in there. Now you can add additional seasoning if you want. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna add, get back in there, potato. I'm gonna add a little bit of cracked black pepper all over the place here. Oh yeah, that's good. Got a little butter bath. Potatoes are good to go. I'm gonna throw this on a plate, give it about 5 minutes for everything to cool off, and we'll cut into it. See you in a minute. All right, so this is what we cooked full meal in the Ninja Foodie. Pork tenderloin, potatoes, corn on the cob. Now it's time for the truth. All right, so now I just got, looking all pretty, obviously, because, people like to eat things that look good. And the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna separate the corn here. Oh, well, let's just do this. Get this out of the way. The potatoes are just fork tender, just perfect, so yum. But the tenderloin, I gotta bring you in here a little closer for the tenderloin, because we want to make sure this is perfect. The tenderloin has to be cooked perfect. You want to pull it off at about 140 degrees. 145, it's done. Let's cut into it. Oh, yeah. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at this. I mean, juices galore. So I'm going to just cut a little piece here in the center and take a bite. Oh, perfect. All right, now we've got to try the corn on the cob real quick with the Cajun seasoning on it. Now you can do whatever you want, but I just like the Cajun seasoning on it. Oh, that was so good. I can't wait to meet you guys up top. Oh, I got so many good things to say about this. See you in a minute. All right, we are finished with the cook. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Look at the feast you made in the Ninja Speedi. This is one of my favorite meals. This is a must try. You have to try it. But when you do it, you have to make sure that, like I always say, you want to cook to temperature, not time. You want to have a thermometer. You want to check the internal temperature of that pork. That is the key to this whole cook. You want to pull the pork right around 140 degrees. Let it sit for about 15 minutes. And then, you give your potatoes or whatever and your corn an extra 5 minutes to get done. That's fine because you're still waiting for the pork to settle and it will carry over and cook the rest of the way. This is so good. You gotta try it. So if you do try it, leave me a comment and tell me what you think. Oh, so good. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Make sure to hit the bell for notifications so you're notified when my future videos come out. Give a thumbs up, drop an awesome comment. With that being said, we'll catch you in the next cook. Thanks for watching.